Hi, my name is Eric, and if you're new here, thanks for watching this video. If you haven't clicked the like and subscribe button, click the like and subscribe button right down there. This channel is based all around mental health, mental illness, sobriety, suicide awareness, because I believe in people helping people. I lost a father and a wife to suicide. I'm a recovering addict, and I've been diagnosed and fight with ADHD, depression, anxiety every single day, and I just want you to know that you're not alone. So click the like and subscribe button. Love to have you along for the journey. Everybody else that's subscribed so far, thank you so much. Hi YouTube, my name is Eric and thanks for watching this video. Today is a collaboration I did with Bree, and I met Bree through Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter. In fact, that was one of the original social medias that I got the most active on. And the reason I got the most active on that is because the industry that I'm in, which is RVs and motorhomes, not a lot of individuals were active on it, so it was really my first platform to start speaking out. Throughout doing all of this, on Memorial Day of last year, I started doing a reach out where I wanted to let everyone know that they're not alone. I know what it's like. I remember when I got sober, it was difficult for me with time. It's not the type of time either that a lot of times people think, like, oh, you want to make up for lost time. No, mine was I had a lot of time all of a sudden on my hands. I did so much with my addiction, and it ruled my life so much that I didn't know what to do with myself. And so I started this company, and I became very passionate about suicide awareness because of the loss of my father and the loss of my wife to suicide, that it spawned into something so far that I never really imagined it would. So every morning on Twitter, I throw my phone number out there, I throw a message out there, just letting everyone know that you're not alone, and it's okay to reach out for support, and that there is support out there for you, because we forget that sometimes. We forget that we're not alone in this battle. We're not alone in this journey. Bree reached out to me, and she asked me what my thoughts were on methadone. I don't know much about methadone. I was never a heroin addict. I was never an opiate addict. I was an alcoholic in cocaine. So I did a lot of research onto it, and it's one of those that has a ton of stigma around it. And the reason I say the stigma around it, if you're not familiar, is there's a lot of abuse that does go along with methadone. Methadone clinics can be easily abused by different users, and it really comes down to finding the right doctors, the right treatment centers that really help monitor it and help you get off of whatever it is that you're on at the time, and really help with the tapering effects and the withdrawals of it. Because from everybody that I've ever talked to that was a heroin addict and came off of heroin, you start kicking extremely quick when it comes to your detox of it. With alcohol, my detox was a longer detox than what I guess I had imagined it would be, but it wasn't a threatening detox in the sense of what I've heard heroin is. So having Bree share this with me, she was addicted to pills, and she's been really open with me, and I give her a lot of credit. Wanted to know my opinion, and I told her, I'm for whatever gets anybody sober. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a counselor. I just want the best for people, and I want everybody to make it through the struggles and the journeys of life, and whatever tools it might be, because life is full of tools and resources out there, and trial and error, finding what works. And for what worked for me might not work for others. I'm a big believer in NA, I'm a big believer in AA. Is there other ways to get sober, though? Yes, there is. And however you've gotten sober, however you've changed your life, that's awesome, because that's what it's about. It's about changing our lives. It doesn't have to be this is the only way to do it. We have to be open-minded and congratulate anybody who wants to get sober, because it is a huge fucking lifestyle change. It's a huge change, and it's for the better. It's for the better in so many ways. For me personally, I'm not more grateful for anything right now than my sobriety in my life. And I can say that wholeheartedly, because without my sobriety, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, and I don't know if I'd end up already be in jail. I don't know if I would have killed somebody drinking and driving. I don't know. And so I'm grateful every day for my sobriety. So Bree wanted to share with me just her experience with it, because this was a program that worked for her. And I'm not saying, hey, if you're addicted to heroin, if you're addicted to opiates, to go rush down to the methadone clinic and start. What I'm saying, though, is definitely get with your doctor, consult with the doctor, consult with a psychiatrist, consult with your therapist, consult with your GP, and find out what the right treatment is for you. And remember that everything out there is an option. You never exhaust all the options out there, and it's never worth giving up. It's always worth finding what works for us. Don't ever give up. Believe me, it's worth the fight. Every single day it's worth the fight. Bree shares with me here on her thoughts and her feelings on methadone and how it's helped her. And it's great to hear a positive story about it, because there is so much negativity and so much stigma that goes around it. It's worth something exploring. important because it is a tool that has helped so many people. So here's Bree sharing her side of it and her story. And Bree, I can't thank you enough for doing this with me.
Hey, I'm Bree, and I've been asked to tell you a little bit about my recovery today. And I just want to start off by telling you that I have 5 years of this under my belt, so I do have some experience with it. And I just want to tell you that whatever you're doing, if it works for you, you're doing what you're supposed to in it, stick to it. Don't let anybody's opinion affect what you're doing in your recovery. I chose to use the program of methadone. Boy, have I had some experiences with it. The positive side of it is that the most positive thing I got out of it was that it broke the vicious routine. It broke me chasing pills and making all them calls, throwing up, getting sick, putting myself in dangerous situations, which I did time after time. Looking back on it now, I was like a daredevil. I just didn't care. I just was not going home sick, and that's what I meant. And I put myself in some very dangerous situations. And when I got on methadone, I was in counseling. I took drug screens, which motivated me to stay clean because you get rewarded for that. And it motivated me, and I did. I've been 5 years with no relapse. That says something. I stuck to it and I did what I was supposed to do. I would come home and I would cook and clean, and I got into a different routine, which was living life. Living life for the first time 10 years. Living life. That ended with me meeting the man of my dreams and get married, and now we just bought a brand new car, and I never thought I would see that, but I did the program like I was supposed to. And of course, everything has negative stigma around it. Everything in life does, really, but especially when you're an addict, because it starts with you being an addict. That's negative in people's eyes. Of course, that's got a stigma around it. You're an addict. You just have to get where people's opinions don't matter and you can dust it off, because methadone really has one, and that's my experience with it. Other people may not think so, but I've been to a hospital before and had a doctor say to me, "So you're just using this to replace one thing for another." That's not true. First of all, it's not my drug of choice. Trust me, it's nothing like that. Methadone does not make me high. If it did, I wouldn't do the things that I have done in my life already since starting to ending it. I've done a lot that's you had to be clean to do. I took everything very serious. Yeah, when that doctor said to me, it hurt my feelings so bad. But I wasn't about to go home and let it cause me to relapse. So that's what I mean. You just got to dust it off, take the good with the bad, and go on about your business. Because when you are in one of those clinics and one of those programs, there are a lot of people there that want to see you do good and will help you. And there's groups and people that have been through like experiences. You got to take it seriously, and you can really get something out of it. Your counselor helps you tremendously get stuff that you've battled with all your life out on the table, and she teaches you how to deal with it. She teaches you how to deal with it. You just got to take it seriously to get stuff out of it. But it works. If you want something to work, it can work. And if something's working for you, don't let anybody change your mind or affect the way you're feeling. Especially don't let them make you go home and relapse, because I would have never let that doctor do that to me. And somebody in that type of field should really do more educating themselves. And even if somebody's watching this right now, you're judgmental about that kind of stuff, you should really just educate yourself and see, even if it helps just 2 people in the world, and I know because I'm one of them, that's why I say 2, even if it helps just 2 people in the world, isn't it worth it? Isn't it worth it to know that somebody's got their life back because of this? Because I know I have. I've gotten my life back. I did everything that I was supposed to. I'm clean now. I'm still in recovery as far as getting my mind right and stuff, but that'll be for the rest of my life. And I'm okay with that, because I know now the hardest part is over. I can do this, and so can you. You just have to stick to it and not let opinions affect you and stuff. The most positive experiences is just getting my life back. Just getting my life back and being proud of myself that I accomplished something, and that people can use me. They actually can use me as an example to say, hey, she used this and she got her life back, and she's one of the statistics that worked. It worked for her. And I hope it works for you. Whatever you're doing out there, whatever recovery you choose to go down and take, don't let anybody make you stop. Don't let anybody's opinion make you change or relapse. I wish you all the best in your recovery and out there in the world. People are so opinionated and so quick to judge. Just don't let it affect what you're doing with your life, because the most important thing is you right now and your sobriety. That's life and death for a lot of us. Keep your eye focused on the ball. You can do this. Please, other people that aren't going through this with, please educate yourself. Open your mind a little more. Don't be so quick to judge, because it really does affect us. It really does hurt us, and it can really change the track of someone's life. I mean, say they don't know how to brush it off. It can really take everything and put it on a horrible course. And open your minds. Let everybody achieve the one goal that we're all here to achieve, and that's being happy in life.
I hope you got a lot out of it. It's great to hear other people share and other people's stories. That's why, for me personally, I love NA and AA, and I love being able to share in that group environment, because when we share our stories, one, it helps us tremendously. It helps us to get it out there. It helps us to relieve whatever we're holding in on our chest. You never know who it's going to reach. And a lot of times it reaches that person, because I've been that person at an AA meeting who's quiet in the back, not speaking up, but I'm taking in every single fucking word that's been said. I'm taking it all in, and yeah, it's anxiety, it's stressful, I'm scared, I'm not speaking up, but you know what? I'm getting a ton out of it. That's who these shares really help the most. So if you're watching this and you had questions about it, because maybe this was another source of treatment possibly for you to try, you never know. But again, it's one of those that I don't suggest anybody does it on their own. Definitely get a sponsor, get help along the way, because it's very difficult to do it alone. And it's not worth it to do it alone, especially when there's so much support out there reaching out just to help grab your hand and say, together we got this, together we can do this. So I have a lot more collab videos coming up. I appreciate everybody who's hit me up that's wanted to do a collab with me. I'm on them right now. Believe me, I'm trying to get up a lot. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe button, hit the like and subscribe button. There's plenty more coming, believe me. Don't hit the bell if you don't want to be alerted, because every day you're probably going to be alerted here for the next month. I try to upload videos in and out between my other job and my work. It's so important for me to be able to keep bringing the message, keep bringing the hope that you're not alone in this fight. You're not struggling alone. You're not fighting alone. You're not putting in those blood, sweat, and tears alone. That we're out here, and there's so many other people that have your back, and that you can do this, and that we can do this together, because it's people helping people that make the biggest difference in life. We make the biggest difference in each other's lives, and it's shares like this that help break down the different stigmas, to help maybe somebody realize that they're starting to lose hope, that maybe this tool that's been offered to them and has been maybe suggested to them by a doctor, by a physician, by somebody, is worth exploring, because it's never worth giving up. It's always worth that fight, and I can't stress that enough. So I hope you got a lot out of this. Again, thanks for watching. If you haven't clicked the like and subscribe button, then right down there, and comment below. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your stories of how it's worked for you or how it hasn't worked for you, because I'm very open-minded, and that's what life is being really open-minded and hearing different points of views. So again, Bree, thank you so much. Thank you for the strength of sharing with me, and you know what? I can't wait to bring you guys more. Thanks for watching.